But one of the best things that we could do in this nation is actually invest in telecommunications, information and communications technology, but in particular the infrastructure that supports it. And the NBN is hands down one of the great, for our generation, in terms of infrastructure investment, will be transformative for this nation. It's already been estimated that if you look at the study that was done by Deloitte Access Economics, the type of economic wealth generated by having the internet and faster broadband speeds, 50 billion a day, and that will ramp up to 70 billion. And it depends on what reports you talk to, because IBM reckons it could go up to 130 billion in due course. Either way, businesses being able to have access to high-speed broadband is critical. The member for Groom, he made reference or used a line. He said, "We'll do what we say we'll do." They said 19 times, the coalition, that they would fix broadband in this country, and 19 times they failed. As the member for Groom said, we'll do what we'll say we'll do, but they couldn't even deliver broadband. And I'm so tired of hearing, particularly, and I'm conscious of the Deputy Speaker's political affiliation, but I'm so tired of hearing Liberal National Party members come into this chamber and complain about poor communications in their area, and yet also in the same breath complain about the NBN. Either they don't like it, bizarrely, or it's not coming out fast enough to their area, or it's in their area, as the member for Groom said. He said, it's in cable, I've got cable in my area and we're not connected. Has he bothered to actually talk to one of the 500, Deputy Speaker, 500 plans that exist, that are provided by retail service providers that allow you to connect to the NBN and give you the pricing for it, and that have been shown to deliver the type of value that ADSL provides, but with the faster download and upload speeds. Now, I'd forgive the member for Groom. He's not, as he even said, he's not a technology guru. He leaves that to his daughters, as he said. But the plans are out there. They're much more efficient in terms of the data download, and they provide the faster speeds, and importantly for regional Australia. And this is why I love what we're doing with the NBN. It won't just be concentrated to the cities. The regions will get the benefit either through fibre or through wireless or through satellite. So this is ensuring that regardless of where we live, this nation can tap into modern telecommunications or broadband infrastructure and ensure that we all are able to see a benefit flow out of that. We also had, and we had the member for Bradfield, and he and I, different political views, but have a deep regard for the ICT sector in this country and see the value of telecommunications to this nation. But he just should not be entitled to get up here and use terms like accounting trickery when he makes reference to the fact that the NBN is off budget. Because, if you look at most government business enterprises, they are not on budget. This has been remarked upon by the Minister for Finance on a number of occasions. This is not accounting trickery. This is a form of practice in terms of dealing with this situation that was managed by the previous government and is also respected by this government, and is not trickery. For them, they employ these type of devices to simply mislead the public, and it is not right that it is done, and they need to be called out on it. They mislead, for example, members of the coalition on the pace of the rollout. Yet ignore the fact that the ACCC made a critical decision on the points of interconnect, increasing the number from 14 to 121, and that involves massive redesigns of the network with the size of the network that it is, and requires time. They ignore the fact that it involved one of the biggest corporate agreements that had been signed in recent times with Telstra, the Telstra NBN agreement, that would allow for access to ducts and allow us to roll out the actual network and use ducts and do things in a way that minimises the type of disruptive work that the member for Swan was talking about earlier, and was talking about in his neck of the woods, that ensure that we don't have, for instance, competing telecommunication networks or broadband infrastructure running down either side of the street, that we use and share the existing duct where that's possible to do so. And it takes a lot of remediation work. You've got a Telstra network that has been in part upgraded, and in other parts is basically running into grief. And so this does take time, not mentioned by those, because there's a political objective there.